It's a lot about manifesting money, and it's almost like, what if we just kind of forgot about that and followed the joy? You know what I mean? And the money will come. And it should just be a symptom and a byproduct rather than something we focus on, because do we even really believe in it? Do we even really believe in the concept and its usage? Hello, beautiful people, and good morning. I am going to vlog today. I never vlog, and I realized I have plenty of time to vlog. A. B, so I live near water now, and I like go for a daily walk to the water and have like all of these thoughts that I would like to share with someone. So I'm gonna bring you along and just see what comes out of my head, because there's always so much stuff coming, all of these existential thoughts that come to my head on these nature walks. So yeah, that's what we're doing. We'll see where it takes us and where we go. So for those of you who don't know, I have recently got a Gaia subscription, which means now all I do is have existential thoughts and crises several times throughout the day. But it's also really nice just to have like something mindful to consume kind of mindlessly. Like, it's like you want to absorb content sometimes and just, you know, not have to be, you know, sometimes you want to just like be able to sit back and, you know, chill and not have to like mentally engage with things. But you want something like kind of light, or like at least not murder. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like most shows nowadays, especially on Netflix, like they always add in murder or like some sort of element that is just like dark that we really don't need, and it makes it hard for me to watch it before I go to sleep, because I'm very, like, I will have nightmares if that happens. Do you know what I mean? 100%. So I need like content that is light, or at least kind of positive, either first thing in the morning or right before I go to bed. So Gaia has been like good for that, but also it just like thwarts me into an existential mode like as soon as I watch it, but in a good way, in a way that I enjoy. Yo, sometimes I'm out here and I smell like someone's like cigarette smoke, or I smell someone's like perfume like way after I've walked past them, or sometimes I don't even see that person, I just smell them, and it freaks me out because it reminds me how air works. And we're in a pandemic, so like smelling things from people that are not around me is very scary. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, oh yeah, air lingers. I was watching on Gaia today this interview with, his name is Dane something, and he wrote a book, something about like making money being you. And he was talking about like the way people think of money is like it's money first, but it really shouldn't be money first. It should be like money. Here's the thing, and this is like intertwined with my thoughts on what on money that I've been having lately. Like, I feel like when we're talking about abundance, manifesting abundance, money, whatever, it's so focused on the money, when in reality, if you had all the money you wanted or needed, you wouldn't be thinking about it so much. So it's like almost in trying so hard to manifest money, and not even, I know we all know you're not supposed to try hard and you're supposed to let go, whatever, but I feel that even in focusing on manifesting money, it's almost like, is that really the point though? Like, money shouldn't be the point. Joy is supposed to be the point. And he said something, he said, money follows joy. Joy doesn't follow money. So I think we just like have it backwards in that way, if that makes sense. So I think I'm like just gonna forget money even is a thing and like even exists. Because in a world where I have all the money I need, I wouldn't be thinking about it. You know what I mean? Like, forget about it to get it. Because if we had all the money we wanted, we would just never have to think about it. Like, we would just be able to do all the things we wanted to do, and it would be no problem, you know? Money would not be an issue. So we wouldn't even think about it. It's kind of like anything else in your life that you have and you just don't think about having it. It's just there and it's easy, you know? But I think it's because we've been taught that money is so hard to get and that money is the most important thing, that we feel like we need to be manifesting it all the time. So we put all this energy on manifesting money, and it's like, who really cares about money? Money is supposed to be a means to an end, and we're focusing so much on the means instead of the end. Does that make sense? The other thing he said that really stuck with me was, what was it? How did he phrase it? He said, your point of view dictates your reality. Your reality doesn't dictate your point of view. I forgot to put sunscreen on, but I'm only halfway, so I don't think it's that much of a problem. Also, somebody tell me in the comments, like, is there sunscreen marketed for Black people? Can somebody get that going? Actually nice, and there's actually not that many people here today. It's usually really busy at this time. Actually, I guess it's a weekday. If you're like the kind of person that doesn't have a real schedule, like you don't go to school anymore and you don't have a 9-to-5 job, like the whole weekday weekend thing doesn't stick anymore. I don't know what day it is, and it doesn't matter. Time doesn't exist. Y'all know this. There's legitimately almost no one here, and I was here like on the weekend a couple days ago, packed. I've also just been thinking, like, in general about money, the concept of money, and I watched another thing on Gaia today basically saying none of us are going to be free until we're freed from the concept of money and capitalism, which was quite a thought. But it's kind of hard to get married to that, because it's like, then I have to wait for capitalism to, you know, be dismantled to feel fully free. And I have a hard time logically believing that that will happen in my lifetime. And it's we're kind of in I was talking about this on live with my followers the other day. We're kind of in a messed up situation in this matrix, because basically it's like I understand that capitalism is a restraint on us. However, I also understand that the only way for me right now to feel free from the constraint of capitalism and, you know, money and all this stuff is to have a lot of money. So it's like the only way to escape the negative repercussions of this matrix is to play the game, is to play into it. But I guess what I'm coming to is, instead of thinking of it like that, instead of thinking of it like I'm playing into capitalism, I'm just not going to really think about money. I'm going to try and follow, and I recognize not everybody can do that. I recognize not everybody has the privilege that I have to even be able to say that in the first place. Like, I'm not about to get evicted. I'm not about to run out of money right now. I'm doing good. So it is a privilege to even be able to say that. But if you can say that, then I would say, well, what I'm going to do is not really focus on the money part, more focus on the feelings of joy that I would experience via experiences that money can buy. Does that make sense? And it's like, all those experiences don't have to come from me using money to get them. They could come in 1,010 different ways. And so I'm just going to open it up. You know, I'm going to open it up to the universe. I'm trying to like vibrate on the frequency of those experiences and just the way I want to be in the world, the way I want to show up in the world, and the way I want to be able to show up in the world. And focusing on that and not focusing so much on the money, because money is really just a means to that. So it shouldn't really matter. And I don't want to feel like I'm playing the game and I'm playing into capitalism. I just want to focus on the joy, and money follows joy. You feel me? So I feel like that's probably kind of the best we could do at this point. It's like this balance between being aware of your constraints, but not letting the fact that you are constrained in a certain way that we can't necessarily fix like that, but not letting that control you, and still trying to find freedom within that as much as we can, you know, because there is a certain amount of like, because we always people talk about soul contracts, right? People talk about, we signed up for this, we signed up for the pandemic, we signed up for whatever. But there's also thought leaders out there and Akashic Records readers who don't believe that we signed up for this pandemic and don't believe we signed up for a lot of the things we're experiencing, and that certain people, certain power hungry, whatever hungry people, have created systems to keep us enslaved in this system. That doesn't work for us. It doesn't work for us. It never has, right? It literally never has. And so, you know, there is some discourse surrounding this might not be in our contract at all. And what do you do with that? What do you do if your contract has been betrayed? What do we do with that? Always do your best. Isn't that the 4 agreements? Always do your best. All we can do is our best with that. That's what we do with that. Yeah, but I'm just gonna try and focus less on, it's almost like in thinking about money, it still brings up all of those different feelings that we've been taught, but also just surrounding capitalism. So even if you do dismantle your limiting beliefs about money, it's like your awareness of the world in all of its messed upness might bring up other feelings about money that aren't necessarily like, you know, those limiting beliefs that are ancestral or passed down, but is just a symptom of being awake and aware. So that's kind of why I feel like it's almost misdirected to be focusing on manifesting money so much. And that's what all of the new age spiritual community does, even on, you know, TikTok and YouTube and whatever. It's a lot about manifesting money. And it's almost like, what if we just kind of forgot about that and followed the joy? You know what I mean? And the money will come. And it should just be a symptom and a byproduct rather than something we focus on, because do we even really believe in it? Do we even really believe in the concept and its usage? So it's hard to navigate that space of trying to manifest something that will give you immediate joy and immediate satisfaction within this system, when at the same time you recognize we don't like this system. Interesting things to ponder. But yeah, I highly recommend getting Gaia and just listening to the different thought leaders talk about their forms of abundance and how they got it and how they view money. It's very helpful. It's very helpful for informing your perspective, because a lot of them are similar to what I just said. Like, they don't necessarily believe in money, but they have a shit ton just because they follow their joy. So yeah, and that guy's name is Dane, and he teaches, he's a facilitator of what's it called, access, it's like access mindfulness or something. So I'm gonna look into him a lot more, because it seemed very, and he has like different sort of mantras that he's come up with to get you out of like your old thought patterns. So he seems pretty cool, actually. He seems pretty cool. So I would look into him if I was you. I'm definitely gonna look into him more. I literally watched that video this morning. So I think that's pretty much it for my vlog today. I like this form of filming. I like that, you know, I kind of just did it on my walk, and what comes to my head just comes out. I feel like that's a very free-flowing and authentic way for me to make content, because I always have these thoughts in my head and like these full-on conversations and essays that I'm writing in my head. And I think it'd be nice to share, because I think, you know, then I can start some discourse in my community and we can all talk about it and learn and grow. So yeah, I think I might do this. I'm not gonna say every day, because I'm not gonna stick to it, but like, I'm gonna try and do this several times a week. We will see what happens, but it's very easy to film. I am just going to meditate in the park, maybe open my Akashic Records for a bit and hang out. But thank you so much for watching and joining me, and I will see you very soon in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, I teach yoga every Sunday at noon EST, 9 a.m. PST. Sorry, it's so hard for me to do that math every time. And it's open to the public. If you want to join, you can just send me a message on Instagram or TikTok. My Instagram is @KiraBria. My TikTok is also @KiraBria. My Twitter is also @KiraBria, if anyone's interested in following my Twitter. Yeah, I also have a podcast. I'll link it all down below. It'll all be down below. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Okay, bye.